Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Minty Reacts, where we are back for something in a galaxy far, far away. I just completely lost my train of thought there. We're back for Bad Batch. We're here for Bad Batch Season 2. And you're probably wondering, where's Bad Batch Season 1? Well, I watched it before I had a YouTube channel. That's where it is. And since I already watched it, there's no real need to go back and re-watch it. So I might do like a video on it, on Bad Batch Season 1 at some point, maybe after Season 2's done, which that'll be kind of weird. I don't know. I'll figure that out. Anyway, we're here for Bad Batch Season 2. I'm really excited for this. I really enjoyed Season 1 of Bad Batch. While in Star Wars we keep seeing Order 66 from different perspectives, I also like seeing Order 66 from different perspectives. I think that's a neat little thing they can do, because it's such a big deal in this whole universe. Like, yeah, Order 66, pretty big deal. Like, I kind of enjoy seeing it from different points of view. Also, I just like the clones. I really like the clones. I like the visual look of the stormtroopers and the clone troopers, but I just like the personalities of the clone troopers because they all have personalities and it's cool. So yeah, Bad Batch. I also just like the whole idea of the Bad Batch too, of just like a group of, I don't want to say mutated, but they're defective, I guess, defective clones that just have specialized sets of skills. I know they're not really defective because they explained that in Season 1, but like just a group of specialized clones that are just the Special Forces unit. I love them. I think they're so cool. Anyway, before I keep rambling, there's 2 episodes here that they dropped at the same time. We're going to do both in the same episode, in the same reaction here. And it's going off the same day that the Vox Machina one did, so go watch Vox Machina. Up here, it's a little tag for it. Go watch that. 2. Back on that, let's get into Bad Batch Season 2. So, away we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's get going. Oh, okay. Just starting off on the crab planet from the trailer. For some reason, I was expecting that to be, like, at least mid-season, but nope, here we are.
We went over the plan 5 times. I got the package, didn't I? Just...
I love this crew. Omega looks a little different. Looks like she's aged a bit.
Yeah, they're not happy.
Copy that. We're on our way.
Cool. Just getting. I like how this episode just starts off just right into the action. That's a cool thing. Yeah, this is a very Bad Batch situation already. Man, those space crabs are cool. I'm a big fan of crabs in general. So, like, just fantasy crabs are cool. Omega's got some skills. She's got some skills. Yeah? Alright. Success.
Inside the ship next time.
But it was still pretty fun.
Bad Batch is cool. They're so cool. They have a nice family dynamic.
Better late than dead, I always say.
And who are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I think we would.
The rogue clones on the run from the Empire, huh? How juicy.
That is pretty much the log line for the show, yeah.
You, let's see those muscles in action. Grab that and follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
Your next mission. You lot are heading to the Outer Rim.
Oh, yay. Outer Rim stuff. Let's go. That's always fun.
The home of Count Dooku,
Oh!
a Jedi who betrayed the Republic and led the Separatists in a war.
Well, we know the full story now from Tales of the Jedi. Watch that here.
Very good.
Heist in Count Dooku's former castle.
We're all in agreement. Now, all we gotta do is convince Dark and Broody.
Sereno is Imperial occupied. We've stayed off the Empire's radar since Camino. Why chance it now?
Because the
Okay, so it definitely has been some time since Camino just went poof. So, how long though?
It's only a matter of time before the Empire comes here, and then my little operation is over. Which means
It's true.
no
It's
more
true.
jobs for you.
It's a really good point. Like, it's only a matter of time before the Empire just gets everywhere. That's kind of the whole point of the Empire.
A future. Isn't that what you're after?
Yeah, they are kind of after our future, aren't they? Especially for Omega. Hunter, that big dad energy over there being like, yeah, I want my daughter to have a good future in this war-torn galaxy.
But there are others out there who need our help. We've seen what the Empire's doing throughout the galaxy. We should be doing more.
You know, Echo's not wrong. Echo's not entirely wrong. They should be using their skills to help others. Like, that's kind of the whole point. Basically, rebellion stuff. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about like the rebellion. But this kind of makes sense. But Hunter does have that big dad energy where he's like, no, I don't want Omega, who's my daughter, you know, basically to, you know, do that. Adopt a daughter, just like how Silco adopted Jinx, which kept forgetting to mention that in Arcane. kept forgetting to say that in Arcane. Got too caught up.
The city is on the opposite side of this mountain range.
Why not land on the other side of the mountain range then? I'm guessing just too occupied by Empire.
That's the city? What happened to it?
Imperial orbital bombardment.
Ooh.
Same as on Camino.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Empire doesn't need it anymore. They bomb it.
Beginning to transport the war chest off-world. Our window of opportunity is quickly closing.
Yeah, very limited amount of time here. Very limited amount of time.
Grab what you can. I'll be the eyes on the ground. If things
Okay.
go sideways, I'll divert their forces and buy you some time.
Yeah, sounds like a decent enough plan. Decent enough plan. I'm just wondering exactly what is in this war chest from Dooku's castle. Like, it was just old Imperial stuff, weapons, that kind of stuff. They might have explained that earlier, like what was in it. I just missed it because I was laughing at other things. But it's probably just old Imperial stuff that was just stored in Dooku's castle. Alright, that shit's gonna be dead in a little bit. Is there an EMP or that's just a regular old bomb? So either won't be able to start or it won't be able to start because it's blown up. One of the two.
I did it quietly.
They will definitely notice when he does not report in.
Well, let's be gone by then.
Like what?
Anything shiny or heavy's a start.
Retrieve the remaining.
Good point. Good point. That's usually the most valuable things, the shiniest and the heaviest stuff.
Echo.
I'd say that qualifies as high.
That's a lot of crystals.
Name of his war effort.
Yeah.
Corrupt people
Yeah.
do.
But isn't that what we're doing?
Depends on how we use it.
The gray area of war. You know, it's the gray area of war.
Explosion on deck! Set damage control!
Yeah, that'll be a distraction. That'll definitely be a distraction. Okay, so they're just gonna like move all these off the container and then back to their ship separately? Like, is that just what they're gonna do? Were they?
Transport 3, secure your cargo and prepare to launch. All squads return to the courtyard and hold the perimeter.
Uh-oh. They're about to launch. Well, time to do the heist in the air.
We're done hiding anyway.
Fair enough. They can take on all these troopers. They can take them all on. So, are they just gonna, like, hijack the entire shipping container? Or shipping ship? Because that'd be a big fortune if they do. That'd be a really big fortune if they do.
Put commandeer an escape pod.
Do it. We'll get to the Marauder. and
That
recover
works,
you.
too. That works.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, you're a little surrounded. You're just a little surrounded by people. Like clones, but, you know.
And perish. I
Good.
am seldom wrong.
Congratulate yourself after we escape.
The
Good.
closest escape pod
Tech
is
was right.
5 corridors away.
Again, what if they just try and take the whole ship? You know? Couldn't hurt. Secret passage? Or just faulty floor?
Captain Wilkes,
Yeah, that's not good at all.
there are
That's not good.
orders aboard Transport 3.
Oh god. Yep, they're gonna have to commandeer the entire vessel, aren't they? They're gonna have to hijack the entire vessel. Fun.
Freighters are equipped with re-entry thrusters. We can escape in a cargo container.
Okay.
I am impressed.
Okay, that also works too. That'll still be a pretty big get if they can eject an entire container, depending on what's on the container. Okay, they are completely surrounded.
What is taking you so long?
I'm trying. Tech usually does this.
Wait, no.
It's not the safest way of doing that, but it is a way of doing that. Wrecker just being like, just gonna go fully into it now. Just gonna go full into it at this point.
When are the re-entry boosters supposed to fire?
I think they should have by now.
And if they don't,
That is going to be a problem.
that's not good. They could just crash. They could, in fact, just crash. Of course, that's where the episode ends. But luckily enough, they released 2 episodes, so on to the next episode. Fun. Very fun times there. Just not fully comprehending how a ship works and when things work. How fun. How fun. But on to the next one. On to the next one. That's a lot of cargo just crashing down. It's a lot of cargo.
They don't. We're all dead.
That is, in fact, true. There we go. Theoretically, they could also now grab more cargo containers. Or hypothetically, not theoretically. Hypothetically. They could grab more cargo containers.
Not exactly. We're using an alternate mode of transport. My calculations have us crashing towards the upper forest region of the planet.
Crashing.
Yes, Hunter, you heard me. Crashing. It's like landing, but harder.
The Empire's gonna come looking for their containers. And for us. Get out of sight and lay low. Once we get to the Marauder, we'll come for you.
Roger that.
Roger, roger. Yeah, I know, it's a droid thing, but it's funny. That's probably a broken leg.
My left femur has been fractured by approximately 150 kilograms of pressure.
Yeah, that's a broken leg right there. That's a broken leg.
Oh, great.
What do you see out there?
We still haven't landed.
They have a little more ways to fall. A little more ways to fall, possibly. Oh, okay, pulling tech up. I was gonna say, like, are they trying to pull the entire cargo thing up without Wrecker? Omega has a plan. Omega has an idea for something to do. Because she's right. They kind of came there just for the war chest. And so far have gotten nothing from the war chest. They need to get something to return. Or else the mission's going to be a complete failure, and that would not be good.
Place to take shelter.
Well, it's a little hard to think with her pointing that thing at me.
You know, he's got a point. He's got a point.
Suspect it is your domicile.
How did you
Take us there.
Looks like I don't have much say in the matter.
Yeah, dude, you're dealing with, like, top tier clones here. Like, they have Imperial tech, even though they're not Empire. So, just work with them.
Divide the search and recovery squads. 50 containers were released. I want eyes on all 50.
Copy that.
Hopefully they have enough forces to go track them all down.
Oh, old separatist tanks.
Ooh.
Now you're talking.
That would cause some damage. That would definitely cause some damage.
What you're telling me is that your rogue clones, running from the Empire's clones, who used to be the Republic's clones,
Yes, but that's about right. It's about right.
none of it. Let the Empire take it. The sooner they're gone, the better. And the same goes for you. No offense.
Yeah, none taken, really.
To keep an eye on the old man.
Roger.
They still should get something from the war chest, right? Because, like, that's, again, was their whole mission. You need to get something.
are yours.
This one's down too.
Yeah, no power at all. I mean, do they really think they're actually gonna get that lucky and find a working tank?
Here. Try that.
What is it?
Look inside.
Ooh, it's like a kaleidoscope.
Oh, for blast's sake. It's a toy. Makes you happy. And believe me, that is worth more than any jewel.
Out it.
Where are you going?
To check for patrols. I'll be back.
A little ascension in the ranks here among the clones.
Serenian.
Yeah.
We did exist before the war, you know.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. You kind of forget about all the cultures that kind of got roped into the whole Galactic Civil War in the prequels because the Galactic Civil War was happening. So that's cool. The guy's just trying to like revive his planet's history, which is a very noble thing to do.
Grab the battery pack. For what? Leave it to me.
So he's just gonna blow the whole thing up. I'm sure he can build a pretty decent bomb out of a battery. Oh, is he just getting the cannon? Rewiring the cannon? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That's great. That's pretty great, Wrecker. That's pretty great. Just reroute the power just to have a big old cannon.
Pretty good tank. Incoming.
That is certainly one way of getting through the forces. That is definitely one way of doing that.
There. Your data has been restored.
Oh, nice.
You did it. You...
Hey, good job, Tech. Good job.
Where's Omega?
She was just here.
Well, she's not now.
You lost the kid. Great job. Great job. You lost the kid.
You won't get very far in your condition.
I can manage.
Don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. And of course Omega went back to the war chest. That's the mission. That's all she really knows. Is like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the war chest. I'm gonna get something.
The Marauder's just over that bridge. You said that about the last one.
This
This time I mean it.
Again, they could have just parked closer. They could have just parked a lot closer. I mean, I kind of get it. They kind of had to park where they did, or land where they did, because of patrols, obviously. But at the same time, just like on the other side of the mountain, pretty sure it'd been okay. Uh-oh, patrol. It's a patrol. Oh, and there went the rope.
It full of the shiny stuff.
Did you not hear the blaster fire? There are
No.
troopers out there. We have to go.
That bag's gonna get lost. She's losing that bag. She is losing that bag. How are they gonna get out of this? Because, like, Tech can't really walk at all. Omega and Echo are trapped. Wrecker and Hunter are on the run. How are they gonna get out of this? Unless the old guy somehow helps out.
Transmitting.
Yeah, he is locked down. He is locked down pretty badly. And they got ships.
Get these guys off our tail. Hold your fire.
How are they gonna get out of this?
CT-3278. Report.
Alright. Tech somehow got out of there. Well, usable out of strength, but he is alive. He is alive. Hey, like I said, she's losing the stuff. Hey, look at that. Bag's lost. Bag's lost.
You don't have a normal life, because of me.
No, they don't have a normal life because they're rogue clones.
You have to let it go.
The job's not as important as your lives. Yeah, the job is not nearly as important as your lives. You have to get out of there first. Came to help.
Heard blaster fire. Thought you might need some help.
Yeah, came to help. Because you helped him. See, Echo's ultimately right in the situation. If you keep helping people, they'll help you back. Man! How many troopers are on this planet? Yeah, just get on the speeder and just drive back. Or just stop it from falling. Yeah, just gonna just like reverse it and just like pull them up.
Keep it. And remember what I said. Get going. More will be on the way.
I hope we see him again. I hope we see him again just doing something. Like, I have a feeling that because they helped him out somehow, they're like, this plan is gonna like change slightly. I don't know by how much, but just slightly. Just enough, you know? And his culture's saved. His culture is saved. And they got a big cannon. Big cannons are always good too.
Good thing we did. We might be fighting for the Empire right now.
True.
Or
That's
worse.
true.
We made the right choice, Omega.
Yeah, I mean, the alternative would be them either fighting for the Empire and dying, or just dying.
To ensure the transfer of this cargo is not why I am here. I've come to address some inaccuracies in your mission report.
Oh.
Is why a new report will be submitted. One void of any mention of Clone Force 99.
Of course. Of course. Sweep it under the rug.
I will.
Yep. Empire doing Empire stuff. Covering their backs. Good episodes. Good 2 episodes to start off the season with. Very, very good episode to start the season off with. Bad Batch is just good. Bad Batch is just really good. It's a really good show. I feel like honestly after Andor was a thing, you know, just straight up after Andor was a thing, Star Wars kind of has like a whole like another tier to try and hit with some of these things, and I feel like Bad Batch, for the most part, with it being animated, was already kind of hitting I'm not going to say the same level, because there's not really much that can hit the same level that Andor did. But Bad Batch was hitting a level that was different than the other Star Wars things already, which is one of the reasons why I really liked it, because we were able to see a lot more of the shadier side of the Empire at this time of the galaxy. And we're still seeing that clearly. Like, we're still seeing that. Like, they want to sweep under the rug the entirety of the Bad Batch, of the entirety of Clone Force 99. Basically just say, yeah, no, they died. We don't know what's going on anymore, because they're trying to eliminate all the clones anyway. They're just trying to just, like, phase them all out and replace them with just stormtroopers. So, you know, why bring back up those old wounds of Clone Force 99 when, for the most part, they're dead. They're dead because Kamino got blown up. Well, not full Kamino, but the city on Kamino got blown up, so they should be dead. But also because of Omega. Like, there's something with Omega. I believe this in season 1. I believe Omega, her like mutation, for the lack of a better term, her mutation in her clone DNA, other than obviously her being a girl, was, I think she's force sensitive. I believe she's force sensitive. I think that's the whole point, because I feel like ever since the sequels came out, I feel like they've had to try and explain how they got a clone of Palpatine and how they got a clone of Snoke, because that writing was terrible. That was some terrible, terrible writing. So then everything since then has had to try and explain why that's a thing now. It's the same thing that happened with Clone Wars and the prequels, where the Clone Wars helped the prequels become a lot better by filling in details and by filling in context. I feel like all the shows now, Mandalorian, Ahsoka coming up, Bad Batch, Andor, all of these shows are filling in the blanks that the sequels kind of left there. And I think Omega is the first clone that has been Force sensitive. I feel like that's the whole thing. So if she by the end of this full series, however long the series actually goes, if she by the end of the series can use the Force, then that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And that does further help explain why the Empire needed Grogu in The Mandalorian to get his midichlorians, which the fact they brought back up midichlorians is just hilarious to me. But why they needed his midichlorians, because he's one of the Yoda race, which are very high in the midichlorian count, to then use to then stabilize the clone DNA, to then clone Force-sensitive people, to then, A equals B, to then clone Palpatine, which is the whole thing that they were working on. I think that's what they're trying to... I think that's what all these series are basically trying to do, is just fill in the gaps that were left by the entirety of the sequels, because there's a lot of gaps in those sequels. There's a lot of gaps in those things. But either way, Bad Batch Season 2 is here. Episode 1 and 2 done and in the books. It's a little upsetting they didn't get anything from the war chest, but I think they got context more than anything else, especially Omega. She got some context more than anything else, that, you know what, it's a failed mission. It happens. As long as you're alive, you can do another mission. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, those are two pretty good episodes. I'm excited for the rest of the season to see what they get into, especially based on the titles of some of these episodes. I'm very intrigued to see what happens. I'm thinking at the end of the season, because there's a two-parter, or not two-parter, but there's the 2 episodes here, and then there's 2 episodes released in the middle of the season, and then 2 at the end of the season as well. So basically like 3, in a sense, 2-part episodes. And the end of season 2-parter, based on the titles, they might be going to Thrawn's base on the mountaintop that he has. So we might be able to see Thrawn in this series, but I don't know if Thrawn is fully in the Empire at this point based on timeline stuff. I'm not entirely sure about the timeline of Thrawn in the new canon of Star Wars. So we'll see. But either way, the episode titles are out. They released those before the season dropped. So you can just go look at the episode titles. But there's some interesting stuff there just based on the titles. There's some interesting stuff. So I am excited to see what happens. But anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think about this, about these 2 episodes as well, and what you think about Bad Batch. Are you excited for the rest of the season of Bad Batch? I am, because back into that Star Wars stuff, back into the Star Wars business. So happy about that. Always happy about that. And as well, if you like the channel, leave a little like. If you like the video, leave a little like. If you like the channel, leave a little subscription as well. We are on the pathway to partner. We're currently on the pathway to 400 subscribers, which is pretty fun. Right over here is going to be a playlist of other Star Wars things. You know what? Let's just go Andor today. Yeah, over here is going to be a playlist of Andor, so watch Andor. It's really good. Over here is going to be a video that YouTube recommends as well. And until next time, stay fighting for the rebellion, everyone, and stay against the Empire. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, peace, everyone. Peace.